So I'm joined here on my first podcast with Llandudno left back James Joyce. Welcome to the Sport Thought podcast, mate.
Nice one.
So we're going to kick off, James, with your early career in football. Have you always wanted to be a footballer, or?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a footballer. I think I started playing when I was around 6, and pretty much ever since that's what I've wanted to do as a full-time job.
So obviously your hometown isn't Llandudno.
No.
You're a Scouser.
Scouser, yeah, Liverpool.
So you support Liverpool?
I do support Liverpool, yeah.
Well, we'll go into a bit of talk about Liverpool first, then, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you think about Jurgen Klopp?
I liked it when he came in. Then my thoughts of him changed slightly after a few performances. But he's back on track now, sending us in the right direction.
Yeah, wouldn't it be brilliant to win that Champions League?
Oh yeah.
Not a brilliant result today, though. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yeah, no, bit of a bogey team.
Yeah.
So, not a great one.
It's okay, I'm sure they'll still be relegated, so it'll be us laughing in the end, hopefully. So, growing up in Liverpool, I believe your first team was Tranmere Rovers?
Yeah, Tranmere, yeah. First time for Tranmere at under 15s. Yeah, Alan Morgan was my manager at the time. He's the one who initially signed me for Tranmere, yeah. And then up until 18.
So how did it work out with you signing Tranmere? Did it start with trials, or?
Yeah, well, I was playing for Liverpool Schoolboys at the time, and the manager at Liverpool Schoolboys was kind of like a scout for Tranmere, and he used to send all the lads up for trials to Tranmere, and went from there really, went for a couple of trials, got signed, and then been there for a good few years.
Fair enough. Had you started off your career as a left back,
No, I was initially a striker years ago. Up until my Tranmere days, up until the under 16 level, I was a striker / left winger, and then one game he just forced to put me left back, and been there ever since.
I suppose that explains some of your wonder strikes.
yeah, I haven't got many of them left in me now though. Some of the lads are tired in training.
Talk about your time at Tranmere. How did it come about you leaving the club then?
Well, it came to the end of my 2-year scholarship when it came to them deciding whether to give you your first professional contract or not. And unfortunately, they thought I wasn't ready for the first team at the time, so they told me I'd been released. And at that point, didn't really know what to do.
Yeah, no, it's been publicised a lot recently about how young kids pin all their hopes on becoming a professional. So what was it like being in that sort of position?
It was horrible. I was very tearful for a few days, but I knew that I'd have to pick myself up. And, it's all about opinions, football, and I just knew hopefully I'd get a lucky break somewhere.
So when did that lucky break come then?
To be fair, it still hasn't come.
Oh, right.
No, I'm still waiting for that lucky break, but hopefully it's not too far away.
So from Tranmere, did you then go to Sweden to play football?
Yeah, well, I went when you get released, they set up extra trials around the country. So I went to St George's Park to play in the extra trials against all of the lads that have been released from the scholarships. And from then, all scouts from around the country, even universities, go to watch. And a few weeks later, got a letter through the door of possible interests that I have, like all universities, American colleges, some clubs. And a couple of weeks later, I got a phone call from the LFE, and they said someone in Sweden would like you to go over. So I thought, yeah, why not? And rest is history, yeah.
How was that spell in Sweden? Because I think you mentioned it was 3 months.
Yeah,
long.
3 months in Kiruna. It was in the Arctic Circle up in right north of Sweden. There wasn't much there, but I enjoyed it. It was a good experience, and it did grow me as a player because I was only 18 at the time, and it was my first real taste of men's competitive football. And as an 18-year-old playing in the men's team, it can be quite tough.
So were you playing regularly there, or?
Yeah, it was a full time setup. Yeah, playing every evening, and games on Saturday. And I played every game left back. So I must have played about 10 games.
So why did you decide, or did the club decide?
Well, at the end of the 3-month spell, you initially come home, and then depending on the club and yourself, I think some clubs will give you the option to stay on. But for me, I don't think it was the right move and staying up there for any longer.
At least it was a very good experience that's probably made you into the player you are today.
Definitely, yeah.
So we'll talk about Llandudno a bit more. You spoke about your former Tranmere manager? Yeah. He obviously came here and he signed you. How did you feel about that? How did that happen?
Yeah, well, I was excited because at the time, while I was over in Sweden, I knew Alan was interested in signing me. He was always speaking to my dad while I was over in Sweden, trying to tell me to sign as soon as I got back. So I knew I was going to come down to Llandudno and sign. So my dad used to come to some of the games while I was over in Sweden, and he was a bit anxious of me coming over because it was men's competitive football, and I was only a young 18-year-old lad at the time. So we thought it was quite a big step up for me.
I think looking back through your Llandudno career, I think you can say that it's been a successful time, because obviously you've been voted Young Player of the Year. You were part of the Llandudno team that got promoted into the Welsh Prem. Can you talk a bit about getting voted Player of the Year, and then talk a bit more about getting promoted with Llandudno?
Yeah. Well, to get voted as Player of the Year, I don't think anyone would knock back that achievement. To get recognised for your performances, I don't think there's anything better than that. And to get promoted, still while I was only 19-year-old, I did my full time for men's setup. Yeah. It was a great achievement for me personally. What was
it like scoring that goal?
Yeah, it was good. Everyone said it was a bit of a shank, but I tell them, call it sweet. 20 yard scream, I tell people.
It's not your first goal for Llandudno, though. You've actually been on the score sheet quite a few times for a left back. Yeah. Is that something that you pride yourself upon?
Yeah, before every season I do set myself goal scoring targets, because I do think it's something that we need to add to our games. But the past every season I've managed to score a few goals, but unfortunately this season it hasn't really gone my way. I've managed to. I hope I've helped the lads in other ways, other than just scoring goals. Yeah. But personally, I would like to get in the score sheet a few times this season.
Well, you're talking now about how fullbacks are expected to chip in more, maybe, and the left back role has now become more of a left wing back, an attacking fullback. You're more or less a second winger, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's obviously been. It's been set up really by the Real Madrid with their Brazilian left backs, whether it be Roberto Carlos, Marcelo, and then obviously it being carried on with Brazil. What do you think about the attacking role? Because obviously you mentioned before that you were an attacking player, so does it suit your playing style more?
Yeah, it suits me. I've always been an attacking player. Every chance I get, I do want to get forward and join in the attack. I'm not one to just sit back. I want to be involved in the attacking play and build up. But at the end of the day, you're a defender. You've got to look at your defending role before you can think about attacking.
No, I totally agree with you. We'll talk a bit about, the Wales C team and the England C team. Do you reckon that you could have possibly been involved had it stretched to the Welsh Premier League?
I like to think I would have. I was saying to the lads I'd love to be involved in that, because it's great to showcase to the Welsh Premier League, put a bit more on the map, show players, show fans that you can compete with English leagues, English players. I think it's a great idea for the league.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea. So in terms, we'll go back a bit to the starting of your career, obviously growing up in Liverpool. Who was your heroes starting up at football then?
Well, obviously everyone from Liverpool sees Steven Gerrard. He was the only one really growing up. He was the main guy, and everyone wants to be that main person that they look up to.
Yeah. Do you feel as though you've got a bit of Stevie G in you? You've got a sweet strike, haven't you?
Not anymore, no. Not in the street, it's a sweet strike. No, the lads will tell you in training I haven't got a sweet strike. Only this season, past couple of seasons, yeah, but I faded off a bit in my shooting wise.
You've got video footage showing them that that's not the truth, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
So we'll go towards the end of the podcast now, and we'll talk about your ambitions as a player. Do you feel as though next season you can push on, maybe challenge for trophies, titles?
Yeah, well, personally, I'd like to play as high as I can, and I think for people who want to play as high as they can, I think the Welsh Premier League is a good marker to see where you are on a personal standard. And I think any young player that does feel like they can play at a high level, I think the Welsh Premier is a really great place to come and see how you get on.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me today. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Thanks, James.
Nice one.
Have a good day.
Yeah, nice one.
I'd like to say, if you could like, comment and subscribe to the YouTube channel, that would be brilliant. And I'll see you again next time.